a new era threatened by dark scandals. The world of Formula One currently stands on the precipice of a radical transformation that was supposed to bring fresh hope to every team, but that dream is now eclipsed by a chilling cloud of looming suspicion. As fans eagerly await the 2026 hybrid engines, designed to be eco-friendly yet incredibly powerful, a massive backstage scandal has erupted, threatening to incinerate sportsmanship before the first checkered flag even waves. This is no mere technical glitch. It is an alleged betrayal of the very spirit of fair competition that defines the sport. Mercedes and Red Bull, two titans that have long dominated the grid, are now under a microscopic lens for supposedly discovering a cunning legal loophole. If proven true, the hope for a balanced playing field is nothing more than a mirage, and F1's future could be trapped in a wearying vortex of legal controversy and lasting reputational damage. The hidden secret behind compression ratios. At the burning heart of this heated debate lies a numerical value absolutely critical to engine performance, the compression ratio, which is theoretically governed by strict new FIA regulations. Officially, the rules mandate a maximum limit of 16:1 to ensure no manufacturer gains an insurmountable lead, while providing breathing room for newcomers like Audi. However, Mercedes and Red Bull stand accused of using technical sorcery to manipulate this parameter so subtly that it is nearly impossible to detect under standard testing conditions. They are suspected of creating a monster beneath the hood, one that appears legally tamed during routine inspections, but transforms into a speed-hungry beast the moment it is unleashed on the scorching asphalt. It is a high-stakes game of cat and mouse between the planet's most brilliant engineers and the rulemakers who now feel completely outmaneuvered. Miraculous materials deceiving the inspectors. How can an engine instantaneously change its fundamental character? The answer lies in the use of exotic materials and special alloys possessing highly unusual thermal properties. Genius engineers from both teams are suspected of designing pistons and connecting rods that expand dramatically upon reaching the extreme operational temperatures of a racetrack. While the engine remains cold in the FIA garage for routine inspection, everything appears to comply with the rules. But as it is pushed to its absolute limit, the combustion chamber physically shrinks due to this material expansion. This physical transformation automatically skyrockets the compression ratio back toward 18:1, providing a massive surge of power. This represents a level of high-tier material manipulation that was previously unimaginable to other competitors on the grid, effectively bypassing the constraints of physics. Illegal advantages shattering all hopes. The advantage gained from this perceived dirty trick is not something that can be dismissed lightly, as it is estimated to inject an instantaneous boost of 15 horsepower. In the brutal world of Formula One, where a mere thousandth of a second dictates the line between a glorious victory and a humiliating defeat, such additional power is an extraordinary luxury. Mathematically, this advantage translates to a time gap of up to 0.3 seconds per lap, a distance that is virtually impossible to close through sheer driving talent or brilliant tire strategy alone. If left unchecked, we will not witness a race, but rather a technical massacre where Mercedes and Red Bull disappear into the distance, leaving their rivals to stare helplessly at their exhaust fumes in total frustration. This loophole effectively renders the hard work of honest engineering obsolete in the face of such a calculated technological exploit. The rebel alliance of Ferrari, Honda, and Audi. In response to this existential threat, an unexpected alliance has formed among fierce rivals, Ferrari, Honda, and the newcomer Audi. They have united in overflowing rage, filing stern official protests with the FIA, demanding that this illegal loophole be slammed shut without any further delay. Executives from these teams feel that the trillions of rupiah and years of hard work invested to comply with the rules will be rendered worthless if such deception is allowed to go unpunished. The paddock atmosphere has become toxic and thick with tension, where every technical meeting devolves into a battlefield of sharp words. They demand absolute justice because for them, the integrity of the sport is a non-negotiable price that cannot be bartered away for any commercial interest. This collective push for transparency marks a rare moment of unity against a perceived common enemy.
shadows of past flexible wing scandals. This engine controversy dramatically resurrects dark memories of the flexible wing scandals that rocked Formula One in the not-too-distant past. At that time, certain teams designed wings that passed static load tests in the garage, but miraculously flexed at high speeds to significantly reduce aerodynamic drag. The same pattern of manipulation is now repeating, where legality is maintained only in a stationary state, but flagrantly violated during the car's primary function. Critics argue that permitting this behavior is equivalent to opening the floodgates for all types of technical cheating in the future. The FIA is now being reminded not to show weakness, as the precedent set today will serve as the foundation for either honesty or permanent decay in the long and magnificent history of World Formula One racing. The ghosts of past cheating are once again haunting the corridors of power.
An impossible dilemma for a cornered FIA. The world governing body of racing, the FIA, is now truly caught between a rock and an incredibly difficult position for its own reputation as a referee. If they decide to ban this trick now, Mercedes and Red Bull would be forced to undergo a total redesign of engines that have already reached final production stages. Such a task is a mission near impossible to complete before the season begins, and could trigger unprecedented logistical and technical chaos in history. However, if the FIA chooses to turn a blind eye and allow it, they will be accused of favoring the big teams and letting injustice run rampant before the eyes of the entire world. There is no easy solution within this regulatory labyrinth, and every step the FIA takes will be viewed as a political statement that could reshape the Formula One power map for the next decade. Their credibility is currently hanging by a very thin, precarious thread. Threats of legal warfare in Australian courtrooms. If a satisfactory resolution is not found before the starting lights flicker in Melbourne, we might witness the darkest start to a season ever recorded. Instead of celebrating new technology, the opening round in Australia is predicted to be flooded with official protests and lawsuits from teams feeling aggrieved. The worst-case scenario is that the World Championship title will not be decided by the driver's prowess on challenging tracks, but by lawyers in cold courtrooms filled with incredibly complex technical documents. This is a nightmare for every motorsport fan who desires a pure victory born of sweat and courage. This legal uncertainty will cast a shadow over every race result, creating doubt in the public's heart about who actually deserves to hold that prestigious World Championship trophy. The sport risks losing its soul to the dry, technical arguments of legal representatives. Traces of engineers leaking forbidden secrets. One massive question surrounding this entire scandal is how secrets locked tightly within a team's classified facilities could leak into the ears of their rivals. Rumors are swirling that this suspicion originated from the move of a key engineer from one of the accused teams to a rival during a staff transfer. In the secretive world of Formula One, human knowledge is the most valuable yet dangerous asset if it changes hands uncontrollably. Secrets once thought safe behind steel doors have now become a double-edged sword for the teams that develop them, proving that no matter how advanced the technology, the truth cannot be hidden forever. Whether it was a betrayal or simply a demand of professionalism, the leak of this information has permanently altered the course of 2026 engine history and created a new level of paranoia across the entire engineering community. The battle for the crown of the new F1 king. Ultimately, this exploding controversy is clear evidence of the incredibly high stakes in the battle to become the new ruler of the 2026 Formula One engine era. It is not just about who possesses the fastest driver, but about who can outsmart the boundaries of physics and regulation in the most brilliant yet lethal way. Every bolt, every drop of fuel, and every micron of material expansion now carries a significance that could determine the glory or destruction of a global racing dynasty. We are witnessing an epic drama where technology and human ambition collide violently in pursuit of absolute mechanical perfection. Is this the pinnacle of extraordinary technical genius, or merely a shameful cunning tactic? Only time and the FIA's final ruling will provide the ultimate answer to this burning engine Cold War. The throne is waiting, but the path to it is now paved with controversy and technical intrigue.